Now, some of you have been watching the 8-track videos with interest, and quite a few of you have asked, how does it all work inside the tape? What's in there? Well, I've opened up this one, which is dead. Really, the tape snapped. I've spliced it back together. Whether it'll work again is anybody's guess, but it does the purpose. The spool of tape is wound onto this white plastic former, and this is free to turn and will do when the cartridge is played. The tape exits the spool here, and you may be able to see it's coated with a black graphite-like substance underneath, and that all helps it slip along as it winds itself back in. It comes along here. The track change electrodes are there, and the loop of tape is joined by a length of alley tape, and as it passes the electrodes it shorts them out, and that fires the solenoid that moves the playhead to select the next track. The playhead usually living here, of course. The pinch roller is part of the cartridge on these, which is completely different to the usual cassette and reel-to-reel, isn't it? The tape is actually the same size as reel-to-reel tape. Once it's gone through there, the tape then runs on back onto the outer circumference of the spool and is slowly wound back in again to exit here again. This is the other half of the shell. Now this one has foam to push the tape against the playhead and those electrodes. We all know what happens to 30-year-old foam. It goes like treacle, and very often I'll find that there's all bits of treacle that have been swept along by the tape and wound into it, and the whole thing's just a pile of poo. Some better ones had a spring affair with proper felt pads, much like a cassette tape. This cartridge clips together, these 5 ears there, and 5 corresponding holes. Some of them had a rivet through there, and if you ever had any trouble with it, you had to drill the rivet out, and then, only then, could you unclip the thing and take it apart. All a bit of a farce, but you can see from the mechanical side of it how you could never have a rewind because of the way the tape runs. It's always turning this way. There's no means of making it go the other way other than reversing the capstan, and that would be disastrous. You'd end up with frizzled tape all over the place in here. Well, it'd probably break. Some machines had a fast forward, and it ran it through at double speed, sometimes with the sound on, which was rather hilarious, and sometimes not. But I was always a bit wary of using the fast forward on mine. I never did. And the Amorex machine I've got hasn't got one. It's just playback, that's it. Anyway, so there you are, all is revealed. I hope you like the magical mystery tour of the obsolete 60s know-how, and see you again soon.